Okay. So we got $6,000 minus house payment minus car payment is that's $2,000.
Yeah.
So I got $4,000 left.
Mm-hmm.
That feels kind of weird, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Like right this second, you're asking yourself, I know I got water, and I know I got to buy some, and I know I've got electricity, and I know I've got food, and I know I got some insurance I got to buy here and there. But you're starting to ask yourself, where the flip's this money going? And that's kind of what I'm asking.
Dave has a great point on this bleeding money situation. If you're living paycheck to paycheck and feel like your financial world is in chaos, it probably is. And to put it in his words, by not having really good organization with your money and every detail laid out, the chaos is eating these dollars for breakfast.
By not having really good organization with my money and every detail laid out, the chaos eats these dollars for breakfast.
It's time to get serious. And by serious, we mean understanding your financial situation. I'm sure you've heard of budgeting before. But before we get into that, you need to understand your current financial situation. The first step is to gather your last 3 months of bank statements. This will provide you with valuable insights into your spending habits and help you identify areas where you can cut back and save. Next, you'll need to analyzing your bank statements. Now that you have your bank statements, let's start analyzing them. I mean, grab a giant pencil and an equally giant notebook. Pull out the last 3 months of your bank statements and write down your expenses. All of them. Yes, even that questionable late-night taco run. Take a highlighter and go through each transaction, categorizing them into groups such as groceries, utilities, rent, mortgage, transportation, entertainment, and so on. This process will give you a clear picture of where your money is going. Now for the magic number that we all wish was higher than it is. Calculate your monthly income. Add up any and all income from every source, including your primary job, freelance work, and any other side gigs. Now, this is where things get interesting. I want you to go through and add up only the essential expenses you absolutely have to pay each month. So the bare minimums like rent, mortgage, car payment, utilities, and minimums on any debt payments. Now subtract that number from your income. When you see the difference, you'll start asking yourself, where the flip's this money going? So now it's time to start analyzing your spending habits. Consider using budgeting apps or spreadsheets to automate this process. These tools can help you categorize your expenses more efficiently and provide you with visual representations of your spending patterns. Identify areas of overspending. Once you've categorized your expenses, it's time to identify areas where you might be overspending. Spoiler alert, there's probably too much stupid in the grocery stores and restaurants. Look for recurring expenses that could be reduced or eliminated. For example, do you really need that monthly subscription to multiple streaming services? Can you find more affordable alternatives for your phone or internet bills? These small changes can add up over time. You cannot manage your money from a rearview mirror. Get down to the root of it. Find out that category where you're bleeding money. And here's a proven fact. Whatever you think you're spending at the grocery store, you're wrong. It's more. So reanalyze until you get it right. Don't forget to review your discretionary spending as well. Are you eating out too often? Do you frequently make impulse purchases? By recognizing these patterns, you can make conscious decisions to cut back and allocate your money more wisely.
Whatever it is, you're going to do an analysis. You're going to see it.
But you cannot manage money with a rearview mirror.
Right.
You can't wait till it's over and then go, wow, that didn't work.
No.
You have to tell it what to do before it leaves, on paper, on purpose, before the month begins, every single month, and in agreement with your spouse so they don't do something else.
That's exactly right. And I was just going to say, with that, when you find that trouble spot, go to the cash envelopes on it. I'm telling you, having the budget like Dave's talking about beforehand and then having the cash, I'm telling you, it's going to give you more control. And like Dave said, it's going to feel like you gave yourself a raise because guess what? You did.
For instance, make a grocery list, only buy what's on the list, and stick to the dollar amount you previously decided upon. And for the love of all things frugal, don't shop when you're hungry. Now, let's focus on creating a realistic budget armed with the knowledge of your spending habits. It's time to create a budget. We've gone over this a little already, but we'll now get down to it in more detail. Start by listing all your income sources, including your primary job, side gigs, and any other sources of income. Next, deduct your essential expenses such as rent, tax, mortgage, utilities, transportation, groceries, and debt payments. These are the non-negotiables that you must prioritize. Once you've accounted for your essential expenses, allocate a portion of your remaining income towards savings or an emergency fund. It's crucial to build a financial safety net to protect yourself from unexpected expenses. Have a plan for the money before it ever hits your bank account. Write it down on paper. Get an achievable monthly plan and go over it with your spouse or partner so you are on the same page about where the money is going. Choose a dollar amount to spend and stick with it, no matter what shiny new gadget or irresistible sale comes your way. Next, start tracking your progress and adjust where needed. And remember to stop and say congratulations to yourself. You've created your budget. But remember, it's not a set it and forget it process. Regularly track your expenses and compare them against your budget. This will help you stay accountable and make adjustments as needed. Consider using budgeting apps or spreadsheets to track your expenses effortlessly.
All right, you have sat down with people for many, many years. What is the area of the budget that people are absolutely lying about? What is it, the one where you go, this isn't real?
Eating out.
Eating out, yeah, I would agree. I'd say eating out at the grocery store, because with the stores we have now,
they
Dave,
think they spend less at the grocery store.
Yeah.
They know they spend a lot at restaurants, but when they find out what they really spend, they go, oh my God!
Yep.
Many of these tools provide visual representations of your spending, making it easier to identify areas where you may need to cut back. After you get organized, you'll feel like you've gotten a raise. You will feel in control, and that's where you want to be. And now, here's some additional tips for living within your means. In addition to budgeting, there are several other strategies you can employ to stretch your paycheck further. 1. Meal planning. Plan your meals in advance, make a grocery list, and stick to it. This will help you avoid unnecessary trips to the store and reduce food waste. 2. Negotiate bills. Contact your service providers and negotiate better rates for your phone, internet, or cable bills. You'd be surprised how often they're willing to work with you. 3. Build an emergency fund. We mentioned this earlier, but it's worth repeating. Having a financial safety net will provide peace of mind and protect you from unexpected expenses. 4. Explore additional income streams. Consider taking on a side gig or freelancing to supplement your income. Every extra dollar counts when you're living paycheck to paycheck. So there you have it, folks.
You're going to feel like you got a raise.
Living paycheck to paycheck doesn't have to be a never-ending horror show. Organization is key, and with a lot of determination, you can turn your financial chaos into a well-oiled machine. Just remember these steps. Understand your spending habits, identify areas of overspending, and prioritize your expenses. By following these steps and making conscious choices, you'll gradually break free from the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle and achieve financial stability. Stay committed to your budget, track your progress, and make adjustments along the way. With time and discipline, you can build a brighter financial future. Budgeting doesn't have to be boring. It's all about making smart choices and having a little fun along the way. And remember, once you get organized, you'll finally start to feel in control and be ready to take the next step. But we'll go over that in the next video. See you next time! If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more valuable tips on personal finance. Until next time, take care and have fun on your road to wealth.